Hi, I'm Bryn, and this is Community Action Now. It is December 1st, 2021. We're so glad that you're here. We can't believe that it's December already. Today we are all about Bellevue, and I'm very excited. I'm always very excited to be here, but I'm especially excited today because I have two ladies from the Bellevue Public Library here. And as I've said before, I grew up in Bellevue. I grew up going to the library, and then I was also fortunate enough to be on staff for a little bit, so I'm really excited to have some friends here today. So we have Julie Dinville, who is the library director, and Connie Bernard, who is the circulation assistant. So we're going to just start out, if you would each tell me a little bit about your jobs at the library and what it is that you do.
Sure.
You want me to start?
Sure.
Okay. I am Julie, and I am the library director, and I have had the very good fortune to be with the library for now 22 plus years. And the time has flown because it's something that has just been a wonderful fit for me. And I'm very lucky to have great staff. We are very busy trying to think of things to provide service to our community. And so, yeah, it's a great place to be.
Yeah.
And I'm Connie. I have been working at the library for 4.5 years. I am the circulation assistant supervisor, if I have those right. My responsibilities are just assisting my supervisor, Claire. We take care of all of, we're the face of the library. People come in and we handle, checking out your books, helping you find your information, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And tell us a little bit about the history of the library. So the Bellevue Public Library has been in existence, we were talking, for 92 years?
92 years, started in 1929. It has been located in several different sites in Bellevue. We are actually moved from Washington Park, where the food pantry is now located.
Yes.
And we've been in our present location since 1975. So like 46 years we've been there. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What's going on at the library right now? You guys have all sorts of stuff going on all the time, and I don't think everyone always knows what all is offered. So what kind of, what's going on at the library right now?
Well, one of the biggest things we're doing right now, and Connie and I wore our t-shirts today.
Yay!
Because we are working with the NCAP
Yep.
and supporting the Bellevue Food Pantry.
Yes.
Such a worthwhile cause.
Yes, absolutely.
We have done that a few times on a smaller scale in the past, but this year we're doing it from
Started in October?
Yeah, started in October, clear to the end of December.
Yes, and it's been amazing. I mean, you guys have done a ton.
We have.
And then right now, starting today, right, if people bring items, 5 items, up to the desk, you guys are giving zoo passes.
Right.
Redorley Zoo.
Right.
So a little extra incentive to...
Sure. If you have a library card with us that's current, then you can...
Library cards are free.
Well,
Let's talk about that for a quick second while we're here.
Sure.
So tell us how you would get a library card if you don't have one.
well,
in Bellevue.
if you live in a part of the city that pays property taxes to the city, you're already paying for your card that way. Through those property taxes. If you don't, we have a couple of different ways. We do have some non-res cards. We do $40 for the year. We do $20 for 6 months. But if you're military, active duty, or retired, or a disabled veteran, we do, as a thank you to you and your family for your service, offer free cards.
Yeah, which is amazing. And you also have, besides, the typical books, movies, all of those kinds of
we have
materials.
So many,
Now
we have so many cool
a library of things
Yes.
now, right? So we have cake pans.
Yep,
We
that you can
have
check out for use.
puzzles
And games,
games,
yep.
stamps for if you're a crafter.
Stamps.
Yes, and
We have a lot of leisure passes, so we have the Heartland Bee Cycle passes that you
cool.
can check out. We
Yeah.
have Durham Museum, Lawrence Garden, Children's, Fontenelle Forest.
they were a kickoff.
They really were. And those passes, The only thing we wish about those is that we had more.
Yeah.
They are always checked out. People love that service.
Yeah, it's an amazing option.
And we have something new we started this year, a direct result of the pandemic was hotspots. So Wi-Fi hotspots, we were checking those out to folks too. And some people were not able to get in and use the internet when
Right.
All that was going on. So now we have those available to folks
Right.
too.
But definitely, as Julie said, a library of things. I mean, no longer are we just a place you get books, you know.
Right.
Although we have a lot of
We
those.
really do.
And we check out a lot of those.
We really
By
do.
far, our still biggest service is checking out materials to folks.
Yes.
And we love doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. I love when people come into the library and they find out that we have all of the things, because we
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
We really do.
Let's take a quick shift and talk a little bit about the pandemic and how the library worked during that. So I'm not sure, I was still on staff at the library when COVID started, so I got to be part of this. But a lot of area libraries, some of them were completely shut down for quite a few weeks. We were open, we had work to do there, but then we were one of the first libraries in the area, Bellevue was, to kind of start the contactless
Right.
pickup, which was so busy.
Sure.
Um,
And
people-
historic. This was such a historic thing that
Yeah.
happened. It had never happened to libraries, you know. And
Right.
so this was very new.
So explain a little bit about the process that you created for the contactless pickup. I didn't create it, I just helped execute, so.
We were very lucky. A lot of libraries, we supported each other through this process,
Right.
and everyone had to kind of reinvent a new way to provide service.
Absolutely.
So, we were able to use our entranceway and to set out tables and schedule people by appointments to come and pick up items, which we pulled for them during that. I don't think our holds list has ever been as high,
Right.
which is the list of books that people have asked us to put on reserve for them.
Right.
My gosh, that first day was 1,000
Oh,
or
it
some that we
was.
pulled when we opened. So it was incredible, but we were so happy to be
Yeah.
able to provide that service again.
And it is
people-
still something that we provide,
Yes.
Right.
just as an option.
Yeah.
Like, we
Correct,
still
yep. So if you're
allow people to
still,
do that.
you know, if you don't have great health or if you're still feeling a little bit uncomfortable about being out and about, it is still a service that they provide.
Yep.
So people would call, they would use,
Our email, we do have
to kind of
library
reserve,
email.
and then
Right.
staff would pick them up, and
Yep.
it was quite a production.
It was.
It was.
It was a
Everyone
lot of moving
involved.
parts.
But it was really awesome to see the
was.
library kind of come to, all staff kind of
Absolutely.
came together as a
Yeah.
unit. And
Yeah.
I loved that I was a part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
me
did.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, COVID, obviously, we talk about this almost every show
Sure.
because we have different people on and we
Sure.
talk
And
a
we're
lot.
still not able to provide as many things in person
Right.
as we did prior to the
Right,
pandemic.
yeah, still doing some activities via
A lot
Zoom.
of virtual.
Yeah.
And a lot of kits. I mean, our different departments, they tremendous. I mean, had great attitudes and just really utilized other resources, reached out to other librarians, and really figured out how to put these kits together. And I would say our numbers in some cases have been even higher because
Yeah.
of this, you know. And so we now, even though we might have some things in person, we have more of a hybrid situation where
Yeah,
people can
which I
opt
think
to
is
just do the
amazing.
kits, do
Yeah.
stuff at home on
Right.
Zoom, or like our Coloring with Cops, which is really popular.
Yep.
Some people do it via Zoom, some people bring their kiddos in, and we just have that social distance there.
Yeah. So one of the other big things happening at the library this year was the Library Innovation Studio.
Yes, that's my favorite.
This is Connie's
It
favorite.
is my favorite.
So tell us what it is. It's a traveling like makerspace lab, basically, right?
Right.
It is, and we were fortunate to receive a grant through the Nebraska Library Commission, and they had received a grant to do this, and they had another year, and they opened it up to more libraries, and we were able to apply, and we were very fortunate to get it. But it provided 12, 16 maker-type machines that are now at our library available for the public to use. And Connie's been an integral part of that, not only as a trainer, but a troubleshooter and everything else.
And a patron. I mean, I use it
Right.
for personal stuff as well.
So it has like there's a 3D printer,
Yes.
there's like
Laser cutter,
okay.
a CNC router, an embroidery machine. We have heat press, sublimation, but we also had some things like a laminator, button maker, those kinds of things that people could come in and use. And
Did people have to be library card holders to use?
No.
Okay, so they could just come in. Well, they would have to make an appointment and be trained
yes,
and everything.
and this
but-
was a difference. I did notice that we were one of the only libraries that offered anybody could come in. You did
They
not
didn't
have to have a card, which hopefully moving forward that we would be able to continue to offer that.
Which is where we're at now, because the grant is winding up.
Right.
We actually were very fortunate. We got a few extra months than the normal because we're at the end of
Right.
the grant. And the commission will be dispersing the machines to various libraries.
Right, so this was always a temporary.
It was.
Right.
But this whole experience has been so great, and we've had such a good response from the community that we want to have a maker space in our
Yes.
library.
Absolutely.
It's-
I would say for sure, the benefits for the community far exceeded even my expectations. I definitely expected people to be interested, think it was cool, have those things, but
Right.
we had families coming in and doing projects together. We had some
Yeah.
people maybe in our older demographic who thought they were done learning but came in and
New
learned these
technology.
really cool
Yeah.
machines. And
Yeah.
people used it for aesthetic things, but also functional things. We had one gentleman come in and make a part that fixed his leaf blower. So very cool, very interesting, and I love it. There were about 4 of us that mass trained on all of the machines and the
Yeah.
software that run the machines, and then about a week and a half later we began teaching the public. So our skill level has grown as their skill level has grown.
Absolutely.
And-
And so now there's a fundraiser in place.
We do. And our fundraiser for the makerspace, what we want to build in our own library and have permanently, is underway. And staff have created a lot of very cool things using the maker machines that we are now selling. As part of that, we obviously would just take donations if persons would like to have that as part of our community. And it is, we have a renovation project for the library in the works. And this is a key component of that, what will be a bigger fundraiser
Right.
that we're doing. But the Makerspace fundraiser is up and running.
It is.
And
So we do have some things that people can come in and purchase, but as
make
Julie
good
said,
Christmas gifts.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
there you go.
yes. But people can also come in and just donate if they choose to do that. We
Yeah.
don't really have a way to do that online, so people would need to come in and do that. But
Sure.
we're very excited about it. I feel very hopeful.
Yeah.
Our response was just
Yeah.
leaps and bounds beyond, I think, even what we had hoped for. So
Yeah.
Well,
Great
I'm
experience.
so happy that you guys got to be here with me today. Like I said, there's so much stuff going on at the library. Okay, you guys, if you haven't been to the Bellevue Public Library, definitely go check it out. It's one of my favorite places, and some of my favorite people are there. So you can also check them out at their website, which is bellevuelibrary.org.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
we'll put it up on the screen.
Thank you.
Same Facebook page as Bellevue Public Library. There's all sorts of fun stuff going on. Calendars, or just go see them in person.
Yeah.
Maybe take some food, maybe make some stuff. All right, you can do so many things while you're there.
Yeah.
But yes, so glad you guys were
Thank you,
here
Brenda.
today.
We
Thank you for
appreciate
being
the
here.
opportunity to talk with you about all the
Yes.
things we do.
And we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Where can you watch KPAO Community Television? The channel with all of the local shows. If you live in the Omaha area, Cox Channel 22 and 1022 HD is your place. If you prefer streaming, go to kpaoTVOmaha.org. And now, if you have the Apple TV box, grab our app and watch us there. KPAO on cable, streaming live, and now on Apple TV.
KPAO Community Television, handmade in Omaha since 2013.
Welcome back to Community Action Now. I'm your host, Bryn. On the first half of our show today, we had the team from the Bellevue Public Library, and now we are joined by another great friend from Bellevue, one of our Bellevue Food Pantry volunteers, Mary Kay Grout, and then Jill is with us from NCAP again today. So thank you guys for joining. Mary Kay, we're so glad you're here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you tell us first just a little bit about you, kind of your work background, family, and then how you came to be a volunteer at the pantry?
Okay. Well, I have lived in Bellevue for 50 plus years, and most of my family's still there, and we've always been involved in community issues and services and stuff. As far as me, I just retired from 45 years in the medical field.
Amazing. All right.
I know.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But I got a little anxious at the end, like, what am I going to do with all this free time? So I was very organized. I had it all planned, and there came along the pandemic. And
the good old pandemic.
I know it. One of the things on the list was the pantry, though, and it was the only thing left on the list by the time I retired. So I just went down and applied, and I've been at the pantry since.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So how long? So you've just been doing that for the last few years?
No, I started in June.
Oh,
I've
just
only
in
been there
June.
since
Okay.
June, yes.
All right. What sorts of things do you do at the pantry when you volunteer?
I've got to do a lot of really fun things. I got to hand out the turkeys and the foods for Thanksgiving, and a group of us just recently got back from going and volunteering at Toys for Tots. I've got to work at a couple of booths at community events where we got to hand out flyers where we could try and spread the word on what we offer and what we're, where you can find us and what people can use us for and stuff. Yeah. So that was all fun. And then in the pantry, I, put the bags together and stuff. And when the shelves are low, we restock them with the food that has been brought in.
Right.
And I just got to say that the community of Bellevue is very giving.
They are.
There's just the most giving community.
It's incredible.
People bring in food by truckloads, trunk loads, bags, and monetary donations. We get a great deal of help from the community of Bellevue. So thanks to the city community of Bellevue for all they do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
They're just incredible.
Yes.
So kind of along those lines, you talked about having lived in Bellevue for such a long time. So
Yes.
obviously it's an important community to you.
Yes.
So why is volunteering at the pantry important to you?
Yes. Well, the need for food in the community is there.
Yes.
I've always known that working in the medical field. We've always referred to pantries and that. But once I started working in the pantry, it was more noticeable. I mean, I don't think people don't always realize the need
Absolutely.
for food in our community. And especially with and we're not really post-pandemic, but with the pandemic, the need is greater all the time.
Right.
Yeah, so.
What's been your favorite part of volunteering at the pantry so far?
It's the staff and the volunteers. I said, what a great thing. The pantry gives you the opportunity to give back to the community, which is what I was looking to do. And I said, the staff and volunteers down there are so kind. They're caring and helpful. And on top of that, they're fun. I said, it's a great place to volunteer.
It is. It's a fun place to
It
be.
is fun.
It is.
Yeah. And, the community comes in and you meet the community and stuff. So it's a plus.
Yeah. And you plan on being there for a while now?
Oh, yeah. They're not getting rid of me.
We're not going to let you go, Mary
Yeah.
Kay.
They're not getting rid of me just yet. I
Well,
like it.
is there anything else that you like to do in your free time now that you're retired, besides helping us out at the pantry?
Yeah. Well, I like nature, so I do like to walk and take hikes. And I read, and family is very important to me, so anything family is doing is what I'm doing with them. So
Aw,
that
love
works well.
that.
Yeah.
Well, we love having you there. You do great work. We're so
thank
happy. Our
you.
volunteers are so great. And like you said, just the generosity of Bellevue is amazing.
It is amazing.
I haven't been there quite as long as you, but I have spent almost all of my life there. So
Oh,
it's also
right.
a very, it's a great place to be.
It is a great place.
And a really great community.
Yeah.
You know, we can't do the work that we do
No.
without the help of the community, without the help of volunteers. So we appreciate you guys so much. We're so happy to have you there. So if anyone else was interested in volunteering at the Pantry, Jill, what would be how would that work?
So the first step really would be the easiest way would be to go out to our website at ncapnebraska.org, and there's a tab across the top that's Get Involved, and then you'll just see Volunteer. So there's a really short volunteer interest form that you can fill out and then just submit. And when you hit submit, that is emailed directly to our volunteer and outreach coordinator, Norma Thompson, who will then reach out and respond and see what your availability looks like if you're looking to do a one-time project, which we do have those events opportunities available, or if you are looking for a long-term volunteer experience.
Right. And Norma is great. We love Norma. She's also former Bellevue Public Schools teacher, very involved in the community. So she's not scary. Don't be afraid to get in touch with her. She's fantastic. She'll give you a tour. And then she'll tell you what kinds of things you could be doing when you volunteer at the Pantry, which could be, you know, as Mary Kay said, sorting food, working at events. What else is there?
Well, working at events, Mary Kay even got to join us for the parade this year, which
right. I
was
was in the
really
parade.
fun. So there's all kinds of opportunities to do. We need all kinds of help, and we really view volunteers as an extension of our staff. And so it's really important to us to be able to do the hard work and then also the fun sorts of event type work. But we need volunteers when we have mobile pantry events. Coming up soon is Sarpy County Holiday Assistance, which will be happening next weekend, December 11th. Yay. So we're getting ramped up for that. So we need volunteers to help us move toys and run toy drives and things like that. And we start preparing for that toward mid-October. And so we really need a lot of help to be able to set that up. And then on the everyday basis, we've got a group of volunteers that help take care of the grounds and really keep the flowers, beautifying the space so that people have a really welcoming environment to be able to come into. And then things like packing pantry bags, possibly helping out with food delivery, which is a newer service that we offer.
I know some of them go to places and pick things up.
Like the library where they had collected food
some
at the library
some
for us.
volunteers go to the
Yes.
library and pick up every week. I think there may be some area restaurants that donate leftover things.
Yes.
So yeah, there's all sorts of things you can do. If you don't want to be in the parade or on TV, that's also fine. We do have some volunteers that prefer to be a little more behind the scenes, which is great. We love that. There's always something happening.
There is always something.
So yeah, we love it. We'll take anybody. We love to have volunteers. Is there a minimum age or any minimum requirements to volunteer at the Pantry right now?
So really, to have a passion for the community and for the work, based on your availability, we love the energy of young people in the community, and so we encourage there to be an adult presence. So if there's anyone under the age of 18, then have some adult supervision with them. But it's a great way for families to get involved as well, because they can come in and do it together as a family, and that can be meaningful as well. So we encourage families to come in, and there's like as you mentioned, there's lots of things to do. If it's not out in the community, then it would be stacking and sorting and all of the things that happen at a pantry in order to get ready for those distribution days.
Yeah. Well, so glad to hear some more about the volunteers. Again, always be looking at our website, at our social media pages. We have videos and volunteer interviews and all sorts of fun things that you can go to see to get more information. Kind of along the lines of Sarpy County Holiday Assistance, I want to say before we're done today, a big thank you. 2 of our big toy drives for Sarpy County Holiday Assistance just ended. Papillion Landing and then the Bellevue Physical Therapy and Associates office. Both of those toy drives, they've been collecting for us for about a month. All of those donations go to Sarpy County Holiday Assistance, and they just ended. So thank you guys so much for all of your work, for everyone who donated. We're hoping to have a huge event. Maybe I'm hoping to have a huge event. I don't know about everyone else, but we are hoping to serve a lot of families this Christmas, and we, again, could not do that without everyone who has helped. There are still a few more toy drives going on through, I think, the end of the month, which, never mind, November is over. But there are still things happening, so just get in touch with us. We're never going to turn you down for being a part of what we do. So that, I think, is all we have for today. We hope that you guys have a great holiday season. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for all that you do in helping us keep families safe, fed, and housed. We'll see you next time.